GMGM Crypto News Analysis here. It is February 8th, and before I go into the video, I'm going to say another thing how I'm going to zero or buy or sell signals to buy MT stickers. All of them are my own conviction for where I think the current market direction is going, and that I'm not being paid to talk about AMD tickers. So let's talk about the price action of the majors first of all. Bitcoin is still ranging in this little mini range from around 96K to 98K, and it reflects on the liquidation heat map where there's some sort of a density between 96 and 97 here. So not really expecting a lot of volatility on Bitcoin. We don't still really know if it's going to break down through this barrier, but as we can see, there's a lot of liquidity hard stopping at 96. So it's very likely that this is the bottom still, and that we could actually have more probability for a little bit of short-term upside for a rally past all-time highs into perhaps 120, 130K range, which is most likely where it's going to go next. Then we might have to wait a couple more weeks for that to happen. But for now, not really expecting a lot of volatility on the majors. Ethereum, on the other hand, doesn't really look the best. So it's still, if we look at the liquidation heat map of Ethereum, yeah, it can honestly go a little lower, as you guys can see from this. So Ethereum is still really weak, and Bitcoin dominance is actually losing a bit of its mind share actually because of some altcoin performance. I'm going to show you guys a bit later. Solana, on the other hand, very strong compared to Ethereum. So Ethereum is very weak, while Bitcoin, yeah, not really expecting a lot of volatility. So that's pretty much that. But if we look at clicking the fund dashboard really quick, market capitalized of AI coins, which is, I think it is probably one of the best sectors out there, one of the best narratives. It's rising a little bit because perhaps AXBT here. And we'll talk about the price action of the altcoins. So virtuals bouncing a little bit. It's actually, virtuals is, I wouldn't say if it's stronger than base means, but it's a little bit green because it's pretty much down only. I don't think this is a resurgence of a whole fucking AI rally again. It still needs to go sideways a few more weeks for that to happen. But overall, a little bit of green in AI coins, on Solana coins as well. As you can see, small bounce, ARC, small bounce. Not really expecting this to be the hugest fucking rally past its all-time highs again anytime soon. Fart coin bounced a little bit, but as you guys can see, it's pretty much in a bear market. So AI coins, this could be a recovery pump, and then it could go lower, or it goes bottom here. We'll see. But if we look at meme coins as well, so KCAT, for example, still just going sideways, pretty low volatility, but this should be pretty much its bottom. But a lot of coins, some of them are bouncing like okay a little bit, but that's because it was down so much. And then Dog and Me getting a very nice bounce. So this is quite interesting to see. I'm not really sure what started this. I think it was like a tweet or something, but meme coins on base not really looking the best. And also on Solana meme coins, Popcat, the cat memes are actually getting some attention again because of a Coinbase listing. And Popcat is actually, it could honestly start its up only rally from here, because as you guys can see from the 4 hour, it's breaking out from its range here from like like shit like that. Okay, now it's back into the range. Maybe it has to range here again for the next few days before. But PopCap, most likely this is the bottom before it does another up only mode because of the narrative with the Coinbase listing and a lot of betas to it. So Mini is the strongest beta. It seems the cat coin of PopCat. Very nice. And I don't really know what's a bearish catalyst for the cat coins, honestly. So if we also look at like things like Michi, though, Michi is not really as strong as Mini, even though Michi was the direct beta to PopCat for the longest time. But Michi will be fine, but Mini seems to be very strong. And I want to also tell you guys of another token I like. So SharkCat, for example, this coin back a couple months ago was pretty much by consensus one of the biggest coins amongst there of PopCat. He was pretty much the shoulder buddy to PopCat. So I personally am bidding this one out of all of them because I think it has the best risk reward. And this chart, it does reflect upon like KeyCat. And if it does go like the thesis applies because of a wealth effect from PopCat profits rotating to SharkCat, because they see like this has as much narrative and Lindy as PopCat, yet it is 100x less market cap. And from what I've seen, I think it's probably because the market decided it's PopCat they wanted to do, but there could be a recovery pump due to this because I still see that their community is active. I'm not shilling this, by the way. I'm just saying that I think this is a good option, especially how on the daily it is oversold as fuck. So if you wanted to swing trade it as well, if you were playing the RSI, then last time it was hitting oversold on the RSI, it pretty much did a 2-3x. So there's that possibility, but I'm here for more than just a 2-3x on this. So my time frame on this is many weeks, even few months if I have to wait that long. But I think this is a good one, and it does reflect on some other coins, so it's not like it's going to build like a billion. I mean, maybe it could. I'm thinking what's more realistic if the thesis plays out like 500, 600 million, and then maybe there could be another leg if there's some sort of other catalyst for cat coins. But it does look like Cat's old chart. As you guys can see, it just looks like Shark Cat, and then it started going up again because there was a base season. I do think that's a Solana meme coins. The cat coins will have another season because of just pure mind share. I think there is going to be effect. I mean, we'll see what's going to happen. It depends on if the retail investors are actually interested in buying Popcat through Coinbase. If it gets a good reaction, like Toshi, for example, got a lot of fucking buys, and Popcat is arguably an actual meme in comparison to Toshi's, and people are going to recognize it. Like, it's like Doge. Doge was a meme before it became a meme coin, so the same logic applies here. So normies could like Popcat for that reason, and then all the other cat coins could send. But anyways, the catcoin narrative is revived on Solana. And what I would say, so I know I'm telling this video, the catcoin narrative is revived on Solana and whatnot, but as you guys can see, this actually revitalizes Solana meme coins a little bit, even though everyone thinks it's so doomed. Because you also have to realize, on a consensus basis, everyone, really the whole crypto Twitter space, maybe there's like 1% of people that are actually keeping their head cool. Most people are bearish as fuck and they think it's over. This is the end of the cycle, when they don't even know on a macroeconomic standpoint, based off global liquidity, Bitcoin will be going way higher than just 100K here, like 150K, maybe higher based off how crazy it gets. But 150K is a base case, right? And as a result of that, altcoins will also go as a result of it. But you have to be in the right ones. If you can't just be in some random fucking altcoin, some random chain like Link or some bullshit like that, or fucking, I don't even know what the fuck, like Avalanche. I mean, I think Avalanche could come back too, but you got to be on the right ones, which is on Solana and Base for now. And then there was some other things about BNB. I don't really know about that. I'll talk about that a bit more, but there was some coin that pretty much did insane multiples. I'll talk about it, but it seemed like there's a meme coin season on BNB because people are just bored. But overall, Solana and Base are still going to be amazing. And if you're on these coins and the meme coins on Solana and Base, you're going to have some nice times. And then also AI coins. AI, I think, is still the best narrative compared to meme coins, but who knows when they'll go. I still think it might just be memes first and then AI, because AI had its up only leg already and it has to chill while memes are starting to exit their consolidation phase. So we'll see what's going to happen. Currently, it's just low volatility because a lot of bottoms are being formed, and I think it's going to be quite nice because the general consensus right now, as I said, everyone's super bearish, everyone's capitulating, everyone wants Bitcoin. And you know what happens when everyone is hopping on a train? Well, usually there's going to be a reversion of that effect. And as a result of that, the coins are going to be good. And I would say cat coins and Solana. Cat coins and Solana are probably the best bet. Because if you also look like VIF, so dog we've had. Okay, this one's actually bounced a little bit from the, but never mind. Dexter is tripping. But this chart looks fucking horrible, and it's most likely going to go to zero. And dog with hat going to zero is so fucking bearish for dog memes on Solana. Like, there could be some dog meme coins that maybe could come back. Hope maybe as a hopium, like Selfie, for example. Like, in terms of, I think based off chart maybe, but there has to be a bullish catalyst for these dogs to come back. And the fact is that we've, despite all of its things happening for it and having all of those bullish catalysts being priced in, VIF is most likely going to approach zero at this point. It could have some sort of a recovery pump in the coming days, and then dog memes could come back, like at least the betas, but then over time it's most likely not going to stay. I mean, even the chart itself, it's not the best. But cat coins, on the other hand, maybe the market just wants another fucking narrative. But as you guys see with Popcat, this chart is just amazing, right? And most likely this is not going to go to zero because of this Coinbase listing. And we could see some sort of a leg like this back to all-time highs quite easily if it goes through this wedge here. But overall, that's going to be very good for cat coins. So I would say cat coins have a much better narrative. If you wanted to bid Solana meme coins, and now there's an actual catalyst for Popcat being listed, look at cat coins. So like what I like personally. So obviously Popcat is the biggest one. If you have a shit ton of money, then Popcat's probably your best bet. And then there's also Michi, and then Mini, and then Glorp and Shark Cat. I think these are the top five. Honestly, there could be some more like he cats, and like the thing is that there's so many fucking meme coins on Solana, which is a problem compared to base. On base chain, there's only pretty much like one or two cats. There's key cats, and then Doshi. I don't even know if this is a cat, dog, whatever the fuck this is. There's pineapple cats, but nobody really has that. And there's not really a lot of cats, is what I'm trying to say here. Everyone pretty much gives a consensus that key cat is probably the cat of base here. And you know how good that is, where everyone, they're focused on Solana right now, but base chain most likely is going to be a superstar as well. Who knows if it'll be bigger than Solana, but that's also going to send the cats on base chain as well. So I think this is very, very bullish for the cat narrative. But yeah, so let's talk about the tweets here. Kanye West, concerning crypto, resend me that Crypto Connect where I don't use a middleman. Brian Armstrong, CEO and founder, Coinbase, I'll ask for his phone number to provide to you. So Kanye West, he's going on some schizo rants on his Twitter page here. I think he's just doing it just to do for fun. So he's saying all of this. He's just fucking ranting on a bunch of crazy ass shit. I think he's just trolling because a lot of this is this rage bait. He's going off these rants about Jews and shit like that. I don't really know if they're all true. Honestly, I'm not really trying to read all that, but he's having some sort of a moment on Twitter here, and he was essentially edging crypto here and saying, maybe I'm going to launch a meme coin, and he's going to do it on base, and people are expecting a contract address. If it does happen, then that's something you can look for, try to do the Kanye West meme coin, but we don't know if he's going to not rug it because, like Donald Trump, for example, it's not like... he didn't rug it on the first days. He's gonna rug it after many months, so it's different. But rappers like these, you can't really trust them, right? Because they're not your friend. But let's look at the next tweet. I don't care what your opinion of this is, it's science fiction. Amy dismissed this by normalizing this kind of media. That behavior is also sci-fi. We're living a sci-fi story. So yeah, look at this. Luna, the AI agent, is having a fucking podcast. This is AI.
Responding to comments and questions.
This is incredible, man. And Luna, so she's this token about a fucking K-pop star anime chick shit with the fucking boobs. And if I can pull up the Luna chart. Okay, here it is. Yeah, I mean, right now, maybe it's bottoming here, but obviously this has a lot of mind share. But I think it's interesting that AI, it's still such an insane narrative here with this Luna token. I just wanted to show you guys. It was pretty cool to see this. But let's look at the next tweet. CZ's meme coin being only runner this week confirms my thesis for the meme outperformance pockets going forward. Basically, you retail crypto Twitter leader only win if you're a non-crowded spot before the crypto Twitter guys with the superior tooling get there. Almost no one from English crypto Twitter uses BSC. I've never seen the vape cabal or shitcoin streamers ever touch BNB. To be honest, they might not even know what type of chain it is. I should have gone harder when CZ didn't denounce it. Alpha's still out there, and people still want to find a shiny new thing. Thinking Solana side for that cook is a long time. Yeah. So there was this runner called DSD. Essentially, this was launched 2 days ago and it ran to 200 million. And this is on Binance's chain. Nobody's really focusing on this chain right now. It's mostly Solana and Base right now. But this was absolutely insane. People pump this coin a lot because there's so much low volatility that they need to fucking play. Like these guys are like cocaine addicts. They need that pump, that dopamine spike. And of course the market, there has been this sideways energies for so long that they pump this. This is obviously a meme coin from CZ. He was tweeting about it, but this was quite interesting to see, right? So I don't think that this is a catalyst for BNB. It's most likely just people just pumping a coin because they're just so fucking bored. Like I don't think that BNB is going to be the next chain or whatever, but I'll do some more research on that currently. But as we know from all this, not people are paying attention to it, so there's not really retail interest in Binance chain. It's most likely going to be Solana and Base chain instead. So let's look at the next tweet. Crypto AI becoming a non-consistent bet. Everyone bearish whilst open source models keeping up the best. OpenAI launching agents, sentiment mindshare going up. This will all take time to play out, but still convinced the sector ends up dominating crypto. Yeah, so AI sector, they're still building despite these bearish times. And as I said earlier, with AXVT, for example, it's fucking huge. And it's because this guy was building it for many, many years. He was building it before the token even came out. And the people that are building right now, well, it's not even hot, and they want some crazy ass product, you gotta look out for those. And I want to add on my other point about the TST token. So one of the nice things about TST is that people who got into the Binance chain, these guys were having their funds on already. Like I wasn't in this. I never bridged the Binance chain before. But the people that are in the places where there's not that much attention, but there could be a catalyst in the future, those are most likely the best play in terms of conviction. So I wanted to give an example for Shark Cat, for example, which I was saying on Solana. So right now, nobody's paying attention to this, right? The chart looks fucking horrible, but there is a potential bullish catalyst in the future where this is essentially a partner to Bobcat, and Bobcat most likely is going to be bullish in the midterm because of the Coinbase listing, which will essentially signal a new meta of cats. It's going to reignite it. I don't know about the dogs, but the cats are most likely going to do quite good. And Shark Cat with its Lindy, like nobody's paying attention to this right now, but at times like these when nobody's paying attention, these are the times when you want to bid. But of course, you have to wait for your thesis to play out. You can't just expect this to do 100x in a fucking day. You got to wait a couple weeks, and then maybe you could see some sort of a leg, just a fucking monstrous leg, because maybe some guy tweets about this, the Shark Cat. I mean, I personally think it's a decent risk reward, but that's usually how the attention goes, right? So let's look at this next tweet. I might be early, but feels like we're near the bottom. Funding rates have been negative for a while. Futures Premier flipped negative weeks ago. AI coins down 80-90%. Quality alts retraced to long-term trend lines, wiping out the Q4 overshoot. Sentiment is absolutely wrecked, often the best signal. Stable coins aren't going anywhere. They need on-chain infra. AI agents are inevitable. They need non-KYC financial rails. BTC wealth effects used to drive alts, but the ETF era changes that. Fink expects a shoal ETF soon, unlike Bitcoin and Ethereum. No grayscale overhang, pure inflows. ETFs may become the cycles Coinbase minus listings. Crypto has a cultural problem too. Too much extraction, too little creation, but the next 4 years will bring traction in stablecoins and AI. Today's fear feels as irrational as Q4's euphoria. We may chop, but most unlocked VC tokens have likely been dumped in the past 2 quarters. This will be the tail end of it all. Yeah, so you also have to realize that a lot of these alts have already gone down a lot, and as a result of that, there's not that much selling pressure on these coins. And the sentiment at these times when your coins can't really go that much longer, like much more down, these guys that are positioned right now, accumulating these altcoins, they're gonna be loving it once the attention shifts back to alts. Because as we all know, well, people who are in Bitcoin, which is the king of all crypto assets, they're gonna be up a lot. And there's also the fact where people, they want to hold as much Bitcoin as possible, but there's going to be some people that are going to be more risk taking and think, okay, well, I made a bit of money from Bitcoin. Let's see if I can look at the altcoins to make some more money, because these guys like this dopamine cycle effect. Of course, it's not everyone, but most people where they want to hold on to Bitcoin are most likely going to diamond hands it. But in any case, there's going to be some people that are going to chase that. And altcoins, as a much more of a smaller sector compared to Bitcoin, they can be more easily pumped from that liquidity from Bitcoin holders. So there is probably more upside and probability for altcoins to go again, especially with how everything is just down right now, where there's no fucking selling pressure, as he said, and that there's still some bullish catalysts into the future, liquidity and SOL ETFs and sentiment as well, where everyone, they're hating on altcoins. That is probably one of the best things to be in environments, right? You don't want to be also bearish when everyone's bearish, but you want to be super bullish during these times when everyone's bearish. Like I'm super bullish even still, where everyone thinks they're super fucking, it's all doomed. Once everything is up a lot, then you can start trying to become bearish. Like, okay, everyone is hopping onto this. Is this the end? Okay, what the fuck is going to go on? And like I would say, for my own example, back in the AI narrative as well, I was playing that and I was making some bit of money back and forth on that. But even when it was going up only and at its tail end, I was like, okay, I'm a little skeptical. Everyone is hopping on AI. Everyone's talking about AI. I might take some money off the table here and keep some in case it actually does keep going higher and it's an AI super cycle. But in hindsight, that was a good idea. But at the time, it's hard to make the decision because you see the green candles and shit, right? But that's usually how it goes here. You don't have to sell everything. You just do it over time, like over a couple days, weeks or so. So let's look at this next week. Soul DJs are few denial. They are not used to of nonstop pump in 48 hours. If you trash a rug there within 30 minutes to 12 hours. Yeah. So Binance Chain having this PEV moment of TST. And this next tweet, the last one, to just buy BTC maxes are exhausting. Yes, Bitcoin is a fantastic investment, but it's not the answer for every portfolio. I started $500 in space, put it on the Bitcoin when it got me anywhere. If you have serious capital, Bitcoin alone might outperform everything else. But if you don't, even a 20x will change your life in a meaningful way. Yeah, so Bitcoin, most likely, it will keep going higher. It is probably one of the best and safest assets you can put in, at least in crypto. But in comparison to altcoins or so, you can't really expect as many returns with Bitcoin compared to if you were holding some altcoins here, which is why people that are low liquidity, they're most likely better off playing in the trenches or bidding some smaller caps, and then as a conviction, maybe to get like a 10 to 20x on it. And now they can have a bit more room to play with majors or whatnot. But the fact of the matter is that if you have small liquidity, you most likely don't want to have in Bitcoin unless you're satisfied like a 2x on your money, but that's not going to be life changing, right? But you also have to take it with a grain of salt, where people that get into crypto, at least in the next couple of first months or so, most likely you're not going to be very profitable, and you have to keep grinding like very, very like every day for at least 6 to 12 months before you can start making like decent bit of money. Because even me right now, I'm still pretty new in this journey where I only started in mid 2024. So I don't even have a full year of experience in crypto. So my journey has been very, very volatile, but over time, as I strengthen my fundamentals, it's going to, as it volatility, then, okay, now we can start a little bit of an exponential uptrend, and then it's going to be more logarithmic over time, because you want to preserve more of your capital as you get better and better and get more money. But in any case, that's pretty much all I want to say in this video. And currently focus on the cat narratives on Solana memes and also base memes. I don't think the cat meme narrative is going to be like strong in the base. I mean, it's a bit strange, but I think both sectors right now are probably the best bets. On AI is still a cooking sector, so you could also try to look for projects that are building right now, but haven't really got that much attention. But most likely, I'm still biased for perhaps a cat narrative on Solana because of the pop cat listing. So we can see a bit more of a short-term upside on these Solana cat memes. And then that could maybe do a well effect on Keycat, maybe. But there's also another thing about Coinbase where they're launching and listing all of these Solana coins in these really bad times. So this could be a power play for them to get those out of the way in these bad times, because as I realize that the risk on sentiment is not there yet, especially for PopCat. So most likely it doesn't go like super high. But later for base memes or so, when the market's actually hot again, then we could see them trying to list like shit like Keycat, Miggles, and Ski, all this other shit. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say. And I'll see you guys.